Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome back to the action, and this is the Winmore World Masters. And coming to you live on ITV Sport, it's time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome both players from England? And firstly, the winner of 5 PDC titles, a Players' Championship Finals runner-up, heavy metal, Ryan Searle. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of 5 PDC titles, a World Championship semi-finalist, and ladies and gentlemen, the former Masters champion, Hollywood Dobey!
Dobey so happy to be returning to the big stage of the Premier League after his impressive run out the World Championship. Let's see what he can do here against Ryan Searle with Chris Mason and Ned Bolton.
Well, hopefully both these players can do an awful lot on stage in this next match. Chris, you and I were looking down the order of play for tonight earlier on today, and we looked at this match, and I think we both thought, glad they've given us this one, because this could be an absolute belter, couldn't it?
Well, they've got some acts to follow. The incredible performance from Johnny Clayton and Chris Dobey back. Nathan Aspinall somewhere back to his best, and Dobey's been in fabulous form. Great run in the Worlds. Ryan Searle due to find some kind of form. You know what he's got in the locker. Just making sure no good point in asking Ryan anyway. Can't see past his nose.
Chris Dobey just checking the alignment of the board, but happy enough to proceed. 34 years of age, as Jackie was saying, back in the Premier League, ranked at number 10 these days after that.
That gets underway just well, a week away, isn't it, pretty much?
Relentless, the darts calendar these days for all these players who, like Chris Dobey, like Ryan Searle, compete at the very top. Amazingly, this is their first proper TV meeting, which is one of those statistics that makes absolutely no sense to me. But
there's only a couple of tournaments where you can sort of make that remark, that they played in a TV tournament, but they weren't on TV because it was the UK.
It was an outer stage. They were in the bunker where we will be returning to in just a few short weeks.
Yes.
Down in Butlins Minehead in the multi-board room for the UK Open.
121.
The schedule now is, it's brutal for the players, but the financial rewards are there for them. Opportunity to earn life-changing money.
big TV deal as well has been inked, if not signed off, and that's going to inject a little bit more cash into a system which is rapidly filling up with it, Chris.
Yeah, we're not
Back in your day.
Yeah, we're not too far off. I think it was £1 million a year. I remember that breakthrough moment. That was entire prize money. Now,
well, we're just starting to talk about £1 million match, aren't we? In the years to come, potentially.
Yeah, a couple of years' time, I think it'll be £1 million the winner. It's been Barry Hearn's dream to see that happen. And, well, I think it's just a couple of years away. What a great advert for a sport that is, that it generates enough money to pay out that kind of money.
That's been Barry's dream. He could probably do it tomorrow, though, couldn't he?
Well, yes.
Spare change in his back pocket. Searle with the dance in the opener.
Quite remarkable to think that the day that Barry turned up at the tavern and had a look around and had the belief and the desire to do what he's done to our sport. Remarkable.
Yeah, for all that the PDC have put the system in place, they can't do it without the players, though, can they?
Very true.
And what we've seen just over the course of the last two matches here in Milton Keynes, featuring Clayton and Schindler, and then, as you were alluding to, Aspinall and Gilding. That's 4 players I've just named there. All of them, whether in defeats or in victory, averaged over 100.
Yes.
Can these two match the heights of the last 2 encounters? In theory, absolutely.
And just to put this into perspective, the game's moved on massively anyway, so has the size of the trebles and doubles, but in the old World Masters, there's only ever been 3 averages in excess of 100. 2 of them came in one game, Dennis Priestley against Mike Gregory in '92, and the other one was in 1984 by the late great Eric Bristow.
His last of 5
Correct.
Masters titles, but you shouldn't decry the significance of that moment. To average 100 on those old boards in those circumstances, phenomenal.
Absolutely. Johnny Clayton averaged 112, wasn't it?
112.7.
Wow.
If we're going to call this the extended lineage of the old Masters, that is a Masters record. I think that's a bit of a moot point. We'll have to get our heads around whether or not that is well, it is certainly, whatever way you look at it, a tournament record, isn't it?
Yes, for sure.
So Chris Dobey in good shape in this leg with the darts.
110.
110.
Shots on.
Yes, 110 taken out by Chris Dobey. Levels it up. And Searle now to serve for the opening set.
2 relatively comfortable holds of throw, but that's the first max, and what a time to find it for Ryan Searle.
Ryan Searle's not always enjoyed his January trips to Milton Keynes in recent years. Not got a sparkling record here, often going out in the first round. I think it's his fourth appearance in January in Milton Keynes. Hasn't been a particularly happy hunting ground for him.
Well, traditionally a lot of the players would do the Worlds and then it would be downtime, and this would be the first tournament back, and back then it was non-ranked, so the players more often than not would use it as a bit of a run out really in preparation for the start of the season. But now, of course, prior to this tournament, 2 of the World Series events, one in Bahrain and one in the Netherlands, so
170.
hello. Ball. Oh, move the wire. Move the ball wire.
Get much closer than that and not get over the line. Will come back though.
Well, now
See it out.
64.
for the set.
125. Nine.
Oh, chance here for Chris
Victory
Dobey then.
by
Steal
97.
this set. agonisingly close to taking out the big fish there, Ryan Searle. Is he going to be punished?
Going to pick his pocket, possibly. Could be double 19 tops.
73.
There's a big chance there for Dobey.
16. And on the
Ryan
first
Searle
set, Ryan
duly
Searle
does what he had to do and what he should have done, frankly, a few darts before he finally got that double 4 and takes the first set. Recent record against Chris Dobey for Ryan Searle is miserable, you'd have to say. Dobey has run out the winner in their last 5 encounters in straightforward fashion as well. 6-2, 6-1, 6-3.
Yeah, and their overall head-to-head is 9-2 to Dobey, which is
Another surprising
yeah,
statistic.
absolutely. I expected that to be a lot closer.
108.
Dobey up and running with the maximums now.
140.
Well, I fancied Ryan to play well tonight for the reason that Gary Anderson is on in this session. He's on in our final match of tonight's action, and that would have meant that Ryan would have gone through all their normal practice routines together, and
140.
when two players that do spend a lot of time sort of practicing together, whether it be now or in the past, you tend to see them both play well because they'll both sort of inspire each other in preparation.
60. Ryan, you require 161. $90. Chris, you require 22.
Dobey coming back then to take out Heel Hope, double 11 to take the first leg in the second set.
And on the first leg, Christo.
So no breaks of throw yet for either player. Going with serve. 7 minutes into this match now. Ryan Searle currently ranked 19 in the world. I think he was 20 this time last year. Has he got it? Has he got the game to really progress and move up those?
Yeah.
Can he be a solid top 10 player? Is there any reason why he shouldn't, Chris?
No, absolutely not. He has every facet that you need.
60.
After all the excitement of the last 2 matches, and they were sensational at times.
57.
Although Dobey's behind here, he's averaging.
It's
Well,
not bad, is it? Close
prior to that turn, it was 97 and change, and Ryan's averaging 85.
Yeah, but this crowd have been spoiled, haven't they, over the last hour or so?
Absolutely.
Johnny Clayton, my word.
140.
They want more, Milton Keynes. They're hungry for more. This wasn't quite greedy, you could say. There we go. Maximum number 2 for Ryan Searle.
And needed. Desperately needed.
Yeah, good time. Yeah, threaded that beautifully there. Chris Dobey to
Really creative.
really apply the pressure. Just took a little step, didn't he? Had another look.
92. Chris, you require 64.
So this could be the first break.
Would be for the set. 11 double 16, 43 remaining.
There's a big opportunity spurned there from Chris Dobey because Searle hasn't let him in too often.
And on the second leg,
That is how quickly things can change, isn't it? As you say, that would have been for the set. And now Dobey is under pressure to hold throw.
32
Prevent himself
points.
going 2 sets to love down.
32 points away now. 501.
100.
I say it every time, Chris, but I'm loving this format. Unfamiliar to me, I'll confess. Unfamiliar to lots of the players, but really warming to
43.
it.
Yeah, many of them would have never played this format. Back-to-back tons gives him a 157-point buffer minus these. Well, that's been swallowed up.
81.
We're still looking for our first break of throw. If Dobey sees this one out, then everything will be level.
Yeah, it was 6 holds.
90.
It's a biggie. It's not happening. So 6 at 120
120.
for the set. Shanghai, but it's not going to be a surprise.
80.
In a long way north. And he'll come back.
He was very wary of the dart that was in the single and it sat up.
41.
And he just sort of over-pitched to make sure he avoided it.
So clean slate, 3 at tops. Up to 10.
30. Right, require 155.
So that last visit didn't really apply that much pressure, did it? So he still finds himself all the way back on 155.
Clicks against the inner treble wire.
99. Pressure required 10. Game's on the second set.
There we go. So he does level it up. A set apiece then. 6 legs played, 3 each. No break of throw yet. As you were.
1.
Slightly humdrum procession at the moment in terms of the averages. Both players can and probably will do a lot more.
58.
Dobey's been the more solid of the two, hasn't he?
By a whisker, yeah.
120.
It's probably going into the treble.
Referred to that as a hat stand for obvious reasons.
59.
There you go. If that dart would have spun around and the point, wherever that point was
Just
touching,
rested on the bed. Yeah.
then that would have counted.
Put the microscope out. Magnifying glass.
134.
Again, Ryan Searle in fairly command in terms of the point scoring here on this leg.
65.
For darts in this set.
Everything, if it continues as it has done in the previous 6 legs, Ryan will be a happy man because
84.
he has the throw in this match. If he keeps holding, he will win.
And to the first leg, Ryan. Second leg, Chris first. Game.
Tension on stage, isn't there, without any spark at the moment, particularly to celebrate Chris. You must have been in many encounters like this where both players, they just can't, there'll be one good visit but then they're not following it up and repeating it, and everyone's looking to unlock the magic.
Yeah, well, it's something again we discussed in that feature that will be going out on the ITV YouTube channel in the very near future. You need a good dance partner, and you need a player of similar rhythm and tempo. And then you'll get that bit of back and forth.
131.
Could do with a big visit here, and he's on course to getting just that with a second 180, and it came at a timely moment there because Searle was threatening.
Still is.
100.
He's on a finish despite the max. Dobey's not.
Needs another big visit. Wants to follow that in.
Treble 18, 86 left. I believe his preferred 32, that's
89.
unfortunate.
Rendering 130.
So Dobey under a little bit of pressure here.
74.
74 required. Remember, if he doesn't take this out and Searle punishes him, that's the set gone.
And so the second leg, Chris.
Nothing of the sort though.
The leg right
Holds his
for
nerve.
first. Game.
That was a good dart. Under serious amount of pressure there. Just one dart.
131.
8 hold a throw in this match.
Well, have you? Chris, have you done your tax return?
I have someone do it for me.
31st of January. Time is running out. What are you doing watching the darts?
140.
They'll be very proud.
Six.
There's a little bit of an opening for Dobey to get back into the leg. Needs a 2-treble visit.
Didn't happen this time. He's managed to produce a few miraculous escapes and find that treble 20 in this match, but not on that occasion. And that was a disappointing visit that takes some of the pressure off Ryan here.
90.
Lots of the pressure. Should be a comfortable holder throw for Ryan Searle in this leg to take the set.
There's no pressure being applied.
58. Ryan, you require 80.
And another holder throw. And on we go. 2 sets to 1 in favour of Ryan Searle. 2 sets remain.
And in that set, Ned,
53.
108 average for Ryan Searle. Overall averages, too much between them now.
55.
91-21 Dobey, 91-26 for Searle, but there you go, 108.15 in set 3.
136. $121.
Just beginning to get that sense now. It's hanging in the air a little bit, Chris, because the margins are so fine in this rather tepid encounter that
41.
that it's Dobey who's vulnerable. Just that little bit more pressure being applied by Searle at the moment. And
yeah, there is. He's not really giving Dobey a lot of breathing space, is he?
56.
he looks worried, doesn't he, Dobey? He looks like he's a little bit unsettled.
Well, he looks hot.
He looks hot. It is hot. It's absolutely furiously hot on stage.
Any mistake here could be disastrous for Dobey, because if he drops his throw here, Ryan will be thrown for the match, and he's done just that.
Another treble here, and well,
$138.
enough to make Chris Dobey pretty anxious, I would imagine. 138 required to hold throw, which he has to do really here.
58.
I think that's 9 darts, isn't it? Without a treble.
So this could be the first break.
73.
Not quite. Had a dart there to
80.
move uncomfortably close to victory in this match, but instead, back comes Dobey. Margin for error evaporating. Double 10 required. Double 5.
75.
No. And he's only got himself to blame there. And that is what happens to you when you slip up just when it matters the most. Ryan Searle finally cracks the Dobey throw after so many attempts, and at an opportune moment. That leaves him one leg away from victory with the darts in hand.
Yeah, and in those kind of moments, that's when the pressure builds. And it's been fairly dominant from Ryan, and that's echoed in the fact that he's had 6 more darts at a double. I mean, ultimately they're both 33%, but it's the opportunities created.
6.
Dobey's still in the fight here.
Well, there's no quitting him, that's for sure. He will not roll
Very much
over.
in the fight. Very much in the fight. Maximum when he most needed it. He dug that one out, did Dobey. And takes the darts in this leg.
81.
Horrible deflection. to the head from Ryan. He knows this was a golden opportunity to wrap it up here and now.
95.
Done with the treble there, Chris Dobey. Nonetheless, Ryan Searle is under all sorts of pressure here.
100. Which would require
He's
86.
yet to be going all the way. Dobey is still very much in this. 86 required. Double 16. And he gets it.
Beautiful 12 dart leg, right when he needed it.
My word.
Pretty sure
Staying
that's
alive with the darts now. Wins this and we go to a deciding leg.
Well, that is best leg of the match so far, and what a time to find it.
Big maximum from Ryan Searle. All of a sudden, seems so difficult to hold the throw after all those consecutive holds. 2 breaks of throw in a row. Ryan Searle does that here. He wins the match.
He's effectively stolen the darts, hasn't he? So we've had a match that had, what, 6 consecutive holds. Now we're going to have a set with 3 breaks.
57.
Potentially. Let's see. That last visit from Chris Dobey did not serve him at all.
See the holds, that pattern.
140.
Reversed completely.
121.
Every leg that could have been played has been played so far, again.
He's on a finish here. He's on a finish. And he was very close to winning the match with a 1-2-1.
104.
Massive pressure on Chris Dobey now. 104 to stay alive effectively. Good first start. Oh,
64.
That would have been a match saver.
double 7 for the match.
Yes,
Ryan Searle
Ryan Searle.
disposes of Chris Dobey. It wasn't a sparkling encounter, but it was efficient nonetheless from Ryan Searle. Their first proper TV encounter, and after a run of 5 defeats against Chris Dobey, Ryan Searle turns table on the man from Newcastle. He doesn't like it much, but it matters little. Ryan Searle stays alive, and Hollywood goes home.